She keep telling me that she wanna see me. She keep on asking me how long I'm in town. She wanna slide through whenever she get free. I know what that mean. Her last post on IG was one of them memes talking about shit. Love, but it's complicated, yeah. But I don't need conversation, no. She tied to her obligation, and long story shorty, a nigga she stay with, yeah. And she on the fence, constantly fighting about who pay the rent. On top of the bitches that she dealing with, and she sick and tired of going through that shit. She's stuck in a situation. 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 She telling me she not happy. She telling me she not married. She said she only wear the ring 'cause she stay with her baby daddy. Oh, she's in a situation. She's in a situation. She said them only roommates, yeah. And he act like he don't care no more, so she ain't cheating. And that's when the damage was done. Gave you the reason, oh, to lie to your nigga again. When he asking you where you been, when he call you don't answer it. You don't gotta keep explaining that you love, but it's complicated. But I don't need conversation, no. She tied to her obligation, and long story shorty, a nigga she stay with, yeah. She on the fence, constantly fighting about who pay the rent. On top of the bitches that she dealing with, and she sick and tired of going through that shit. She's stuck in a situation. She's stuck in a situation. She's stuck in a situation. And let me be honest, ain't much that I can do for you, but fuck you good and send you right back to dude. I hate to hear the shit that you been going through, and you just got your body done and look amazing too. I know we got history, but we are history. We gotta keep it that way. I got a whole nother life in LA, and for me this would be a mistake. She's tryna fight back her tears now. She still love me after all of these years now. Wish we can just go disappear now, 'cause I'm starting to see it clear now. She's stuck in a situation. She's stuck in a situation. Oh, she's stuck in a situation. She wanna move on, but she don't know to me. She's stuck in a situation. That's the reason why. She telling me she not happy. She telling me she not married. She said she only wear the ring 'cause she stay with her baby daddy. Oh, she's in a situation. She's in a situation.
This your boy Grizz.
And I'm your main man, Greenback.
And this is the GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE show. Powered by.
What up, people? It's GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE. And co-host here, Reem, a.k.a. the Reem Bed Express.
All aboard.
You know what I'm talking about? It's Wednesday to Wednesday to Wednesday to Wednesday. And so much has popped off and jumped up, and it seemed like every Wednesday, something else jumping off. You know what I'm talking about? So, yeah. Wednesday. Today we got somebody special for y'all. You know what I'm talking about? I keep saying, you know what I'm talking about? I'm going to ask myself how many times I say, you know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? I'm just doing another commercial. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. But we've been doing this music. We've been interviewing people who have been doing things and making moves and have some type of experience, either new experiences or old experiences, but have been in this game and have not faltered, but continue to do what they do. And this particular person that we have today has been in the game for a minute, man, and his discography, his resume, his, you know what I'm talking about? It's just, you open it up and it's just like, voila. You know what I'm talking about? Like, well, damn. I said something and somebody said, Lady Gaga. Yes, Lady Gaga. And you go see all this stuff, man. It's just amazing, man. And been around for a minute, man. He's got a new situationship jumping off. You know what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce you to Mr. Atozzio, who hails from Jacksonville, Florida. Everybody want to say the Jaguars and Lil Duval, but no, it is Atozzio. He's been there and done that. And he's got a better record than the Jacksonville Jaguars right now. How about that? You know what I'm talking about? Ladies and gentlemen, again, can we get another round of applause? I see you, man. Can we get another round? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got to give you the flowers while you're here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're still putting in work. You're still putting out music. You're still doing what you're doing. You're positive, you know, and I'm excited. So what's up with you?
Man, appreciate it, Grizz. Appreciate it, man. What y'all don't know, man, Grizz big cuz, you know what I'm saying? That's family, man. But to see him doing this thing on with the podcast and that's blowing up and that's doing this thing. Shout out to your co-host.
That's
And
what's up.
to see you doing big things, you know, and to reach out to me and ask me to be a part of your movement, man. I appreciate that. So, you know,
Yes,
that's
sir.
love right there.
Yes,
And
sir.
yeah, man,
Appreciate you coming
everything
on.
is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you know, Jags, we want to know. Cincinnati got a long way to go. The Bengals got a ways to go. They got to get it together.
Listen, we're not gonna play these
talk about
games,
that.
man.
We'll leave that alone.
Hold on, man. This what we came here for? This what we here for? We're not gonna play these games, man. And y'all can't beat us. Flat out.
Listen, man.
And my
They
cousins
do
live
right
in
by Martin
Jacksonville
Lewis, man.
too.
They gonna have some problems. They should have gave that man a little bit more time.
No,
He had to get some
no.
more new pieces together before they tell that man he couldn't get it done. It ain't all on him now.
I mean, we're going to beat the Browns.
They wouldn't
Friday,
allow him
tomorrow.
to do what they allowed this coach to do.
You see what I'm
He
saying?
could
So,
never
we
go to
gon-
free
we, you know,
agency. He couldn't do none of that. Now they didn't let this guy do everything.
It's
Yep.
all
Whatever. Yeah,
They
the
schmucks.
Bengals got to keep their head up. It's all good.
Nah, we not. Listen, we not gonna play
Everybody
these
got
games,
sympathy
man.
for the Bengals.
Nah, man. Nah, what he's doing is he's sliding
It's like when
lousy
you lost your
smut
job
lines
and the person
in
say,
on my desk.
and the person say, hey, man, keep your head up. It's all good. Keep
No,
your head
what
up.
he is doing is he is masterfully trying to slide a smut line on my team on my desk.
I'm just saying. I'm
That's what he's
I'm
doing.
trying to make sure I got it right. I just saw the highlights last week, and I think what y'all had the game on the line. And he was like, what, at the 30-yard line to kick the field goal, and he missed. Is that we talking
Then
about? the same
act like
game?
he blow the
Yeah,
goddamn
and
hammy.
fake
That
the knee,
sounds
fake the
about right.
injury.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
Can
And
you please
I
help
don't
me
know if
with
it was
this
the crowd noise that kind of made him a little nervous. It's his first
See,
game, the crowd being real
Do you
loud.
see what's? I'm glad
And
you
what
came
nobody
with that,
understand.
OJ.
What nobody understand
No
was-
time.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
Schmuck.
Maybe
Yeah.
that worked for Minshew. Minshew had a great game Sunday. We want to know. So maybe it was the fact that the crowd was throwing him a love. We had a little crowd though.
No.
Y'all was at home?
No.
Yeah, we was at home last Sunday. So you know, it was
Okay.
the vision of game. So we made that happen. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, we gonna
No.
tell the Bengals to keep their head up, and we gonna keep it
Do we
pushing.
play
on
y'all
this
this
year.
year?
We ain't gonna talk about it.
No.
We don't play y'all this year, do we?
They ran from us.
They ran this
I don't
year.
know. I gotta look at the schedule. But
Yeah, we gotta look
if
at the
y'all do,
schedule.
you already know what that is.
We might have to take a trip
Yeah,
down
I
there and
already
come
told
see
you.
you.
Yeah.
We gonna smash
Or,
you.
and
I might
watch
have to
the
take a
game.
trip up to Natty to come and kick it.
Hey.
Yeah, you
I'm-
do. You about
You
Watch
seen
y'all
that
move.
rookie
That's it.
handling business out there. You know what the league got coming. We
That's
ain't gonna
what's up.
hold you up, man. You know what the league got coming. Y'all seen it.
Who you
And the
telling?
schmuck came down there and blowed the deal. Because really the game was already won. They called that lame push off on AJ Green. You seen it. You said you looked at the highlights. You seen it. So everybody a little nervous. They get their little lines in now while they can, Grizz. You know that.
Hey man, I'm a realist, and I'm who they, but I'm not who dumb. So
Hey, we'll be the judges of that. Truthfully.
you know what I'm talking about?
Let
I
me be
love
the
my
judge of that.
Bengals, and we keep hope alive. But I just knew I'm gonna keep it 100. At the end of the game, I'm sitting there like
I do.
I was gonna post like.
I called
Like,
him to
man, we
go
about
down
to blow
and
this game.
score that touchdown on the
But then they
2-minute
marching
drill.
down the field.
He did
I
it.
said, no, let me
Took
not
it
even
back.
post that. And that'd be a part of that curse. And I took my eye off I said, holy smokes, and Batman, and the curse began. It fell apart within the last minute. That guy faked that injury, boy, that was so funny. They showed him on the sideline.
I'm so sick of his ass. They say he hurt for real. No, he hurt for real.
Ah, man.
He hurt for real.
Who they? Who dumb? Who they? Who dumb?
Don't do. Hey, listen, we're not gonna do that, man. What is
We
you
ain't gonna
keep doing,
we
man?
we ain't gonna hold them.
So that's
we
what
ain't gonna
y'all
hold 'em.
doing.
We
I
ain't gonna
love
hold
my
'em. We gonna
Bengals.
let that view.
What
Yeah.
y'all doing,
We
man?
ain't
But
gonna hold 'em.
they like little
We ain't gonna
kids, man. Little badass kids that you can't control. That's what the Bengals is. They got attention span ADTDH or HDD.
So you should be able to relate well with them.
I do. But I'm allowed to do what I do. They ain't allowed to do what they do.
They do what they do.
So that's why they messed up. Because they can't do what I do. You
What is it
understand?
that you do?
Medicine.
You don't
Yeah.
seem like you want it.
Yeah. But
You ain't
anyway, man, I'm like this guy. We get that drift in my man. It's
Sick of
about
this shit,
you.
man.
That's
Nah,
what's
this
up.
suck, man. Nah, man. You bring your cousin in on me, y'all jump my team.
It's
You,
my
so you,
team,
Nah,
you
it-
too.
infiltrate.
It
infiltrating.
It ain't no jump. It ain't no jump.
You
It ain't no jump.
infiltrating.
We just speaking facts right now,
it's
just
no
like we gonna
jumping.
speak
Nigga,
some
we
facts
just
about this
rolling
music.
up. That's what we
That's all.
do. But anyway, man, we gonna leave our Bengals alone. Our Bengals.
And pull your
alone.
accolades and shit out, man.
We
Let
gonna
me
leave
see
them
your
alone right
accolades,
now
man.
because they're gonna beat the Browns tomorrow. They're gonna beat the Browns. But anyway,
Man, scratch that shit, man. Get your look. Pull your get your accolades and
he's
shit
really
out,
mad
man.
now, man. He is really
Goddamn.
hot. He is.
Yeah, he
pissed
tight.
off.
He tight. He tight. It's all love.
Don't make no
It's all
sense,
love.
man.
Don't worry about
Y'all
it.
call
Keep
me
your
in
head
here
up.
for this
It's
shit,
always
man.
anything can
Keep
happen
your
on
head
any
up.
given Sunday. So we gonna charge it to the game. That's all.
That's what's
We just
happening.
gonna charge to the game. It's all love.
That's
It's all
what's
love.
happening.
But
So let's get to this music, man. Let's get to this music. Tell people how you got started, man.
They say
Doing what
you
you're
been-
doing.
they say
A lot
you
of
been
people don't
working out
really
here.
want to know how they do these placements and stuff, man. And I just got to say, when I listen to these artists, I can hear you in their songs. Like, I hear you. When that mama, I hear you. I sat there and visualized you down there with the family doing exactly what you wrote about. Like, that ain't Chris
Mhm.
Brown. That's him. That's him. So, how you get started doing that, man?
Man, cuz I can think back to, how y'all would say, like a jitterbug, legit is thinking about doing music, wanting to do music. And about 2005 maybe, I took a trip up to Atlanta, and I got with a producer named Young Lord. And Young Lord used to be part of Diddy's Hitman in New York during the 90s. He also produced Hypnotized for Biggie. And one of his partners was a producer by the name of Chris Henderson, who did Cases Happily Ever After, and then he but he in the other record that he did that was a huge record was Jamie Foxx's Blame It on the Alcohol. So they was friends. So I ended up meeting these cats, kind of getting in with them, kind of helping to hone my talents in songwriting. And we was in Atlanta, and this is like in the early, 20s or whatever you want to call them, 2000s. So it was like Atlanta was still that melting pot where everybody was wanting to come to Atlanta to get that access to that ability to get into the music. So I kind of got with them guys, and they kind of took me around the Atlanta scene, and I met a few producers like Teddy Bishop and execs like Chris Hicks, and worked with Jermaine Dupri and cats like that, and started getting my name bubbling in the scene. And it wasn't until I met a producer by the name of Oak, and I met him through my ex-manager, and we went in one night to work on some records, and we wrote the song, and he keep telling me, he's like, man, if you really want to get on, man, you got to kind of be in Atlanta. You can't, because I was going back and forth from Atlanta to Jacksonville. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, man, you gotta be here on the scene, because if you know what I'm saying, sessions are happening at, all the time. So you got to get here. So I got in the studio with him. I got in the studio with him. He said this to me. Then so every time we would work, he would basically play some songs for me for the next time, I get in, we can write. So he played the track for me, and we played the track. I said, hold on. He played like 10, 15 seconds. I said, hold on. Play that again. And he had this thing where he wouldn't give a track to another writer that he's already given to a different writer. So he was like, man, I'd have gave it to somebody. I get it. But let me just, you know what I'm saying? Let me touch that. Let me kind of, you know what I'm saying? Let me mess with that. So he said, all right, I'm going to give it to you. Took the record, got in the studio maybe like 2 weeks later, and had some A&Rs and some different other cats in the studio. I had he said, we ain't got time to cut it, but let's just do a demo.
Right.
And went in there, I demoed the song. And the demo basically is just different versions of demos, but this demo was like a scratch. It's like a one line. And I kind of did that, and everybody in the studio went crazy. Everybody lost it. Everybody went crazy. Smash! This is smash! This is smash! This is smash! Mind you, you know what I'm saying? I'm a novice to it. So in the sense of what's a smash, the only thing I've ever known is what a hit is. A hit record, a hit record, a hit record. And man, that was really like the thing that took me off and took me to the next level. And from there, everybody felt like they wanted a song from Atozzio. So that's kind of how I got my start from being in Atlanta with those producers and introducing me to this producer to write this song.
So while you was grinding, how did you know to handle your business wise as far as your copyrights and all of that good stuff? Because being a novice, that'd be a lot of young people's problems, man, issues. So
Right.
Well, this is what I tell them. Like, so when I, again, when I started, it was still, you still was making albums, you still was making LPs, what they
right,
call them. You know
right.
what I'm saying? So when you're doing music, you had to kind of do the music, put the CD in the envelope,
Yes,
put
mail it
the
to yourself.
address it, and then send it off to get it copywritten and all that. So
Boy, poor man's
what a producer
copyright.
told me,
Oh no, he sent
and
it
being
off.
in Atlanta, he was like, when you get a hard drive and you put it on and you create on your session, Pro Tools or whatever the DAW was at the time, what people was creating mainly was Pro Tools, is you get a creation date. So say for instance, like we talking right now, what the day is, the 16th. So September 16, 2020. So a producer songwriter write a song today, September 16, 2020, is gonna label the creation date. So if he does that and then somebody come and try to take his music, be it he's a songwriter, producer, he can go back and fight it in court and say, I created this date. They created the same thing that they took from me. They created this date. So I got a proof, a stamp
Okay.
from my hard drive and my creation. This is the day I created. So that acts as a copyright what they could call the poor man's copyright. So you ain't got to spend the money to try to send it off now. You could just do it that way, because that's gonna make a stamp to when it actually was created. So anybody who create that same thing that you got that sounds exactly like your stuff, production and words and melody, you can say, I created mine in September. They created theirs in November. So they had to take from me because there's no other date before then to say this was created that date, because
Right.
it's going to always give you the stamp. You can't even go back in time and try
Yeah,
to
that makes
pre-stamp it,
sense.
because
Right.
they only going to go by the date that it started. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's a way for them to copyright their music to protect itself, the poor man way. And if that song gets placed on an album, in a movie, on a TV show, then they go and do all that other copyright legally. But from that point, that's the way to protect yourself, so you don't have to spend all that money to try to do it until somebody takes your record and pay you for it.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, which artist did you enjoy working the most with, writing for, and doing the credits for? And tell us about the session too.
Favorite
Yeah.
session? All right, well, I gotta say, oh man. Uh that's good. That's a good one. I enjoyed working with Chris. When I worked with Chris,
That's Chris Brown, ladies and gentlemen, in case you don't know.
it was he was 18. This was right after the first album, and the song Kryptonite that I was talking about was I originally wrote that for Chris Brown. It was Chris Brown, and Chris Brown to take the record. I was gonna give it to Usher, and then after that it wasn't really no choices, but Mario ended up getting the record. But so I originally wrote the song for Chris, and he was gonna cut it. So his team management called me, and they was like, "Look, we can fly you in, whoever, first class. It works." They were making sure I was taken care of, I was comfortable. And it was like, "Yo, we love this song. We want it. That's the first single that we're gonna use from the album he did. I think it was exclusive." So we got in the studio, and then we found out that we wasn't able to get the record. So I ended up getting in with a producer, and we created some new music. But so after we got done writing, I did Mama, and I did another record. And so after it got done, I don't even know how the conversation happened, but it was like, "Yo, let me play some music from the album." And they dimmed the lights in the studio, and this dude sang the song he did, will. He did that one. Right. But he played a few more, but that's the one that stuck out. So when I heard that song, because the producer produced that Stargate, I had worked with them 2 months prior. So I knew the sound. So, I heard the song, and I'm watching him perform, and I'm looking, I'm like, "Yo," I'm like, "Man, this young nigga's a star." I'm like, "He's a superstar." Like from that moment, you knew. Like he had run it, he had and he was going there. But when if you was in the studio that night and you heard that song and you saw him performing it, how he was dancing and the energy and the atmosphere, he was like, "Yo, this dude is a star. Like, yo, this young cat is a star." Like it was no other way to look at it. So to me, that was one of my favorite artists to work with because he was cool and he was chill. But my second favorite, and maybe a tie to me, is Monica. I come on, you know what I'm saying?
It was shit.
So, cause check it out, Grizz. Because listen,
Sheesh.
You know what it's like in Jacksonville. You've been to Jacksonville a few times, so you know what this side is like. So it being in the studio with her, that's the energy you get. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the energy you get. Like it's that southern homegrown energy, and she's solid. Like she's funny. She keep it 100 with you. Like we was in the studio working, and I had wrote the song with one of my people, and so they do vocal production. So in the vocal production is basically what we do behind the scenes. Like you said, you heard me in the music. It's like not only is my style, is how I make them sound. Do this ad lib, do this run, sing it like this, do it like this, do the backgrounds like that. That's basically what I do also outside of writing. So I was vocal producing. So me and her both vocal produced, and so we was doing it going back and forth. So Monica said, "Hold on, wait. I need y'all two to figure it out. Like, who gonna do it? Is it gonna be you? Gonna be her? Cause we can't be doing this all night. Like, what you know what I'm saying?" Right. So when she put I said, okay, she ain't with all that extra industry stuff. She like, "Yo, just hey, one of y'all gonna do it. Who's the better one?" You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Yo, who's the better singer?" So my people looked at me, and I was like, "Yeah, okay, let's do it." And then from there, we just hit it off, and then we just, we sat down and we chopped it up. And you know what I'm saying? She told me some old stories of, what it was like, in the 90s working and stuff like that. So for me, that was one of my favorite sessions because she made me feel home. Like it was like I was talking to my people. It wasn't like I'm talking to Monica, the artist, and she was on some Hollywood or she was on some industry. Like we just, let's get the song done and I'm out. It was like we were just laughing, joking, you know what I'm saying? That type of energy. So to me, that was one of my favorite sessions, man. Shout out to Monica, man. Like, she's super dope.
Definitely.
Like,
did she beat up Brandy for real?
Shout out to
her. Who you telling? Yeah, man. So that was one of my favorite, man. I ain't gonna touch that. I don't leave that alone.
Damn it, Atozzio. I was trying to get some tea.
Yeah, I don't leave that alone.
Put the
it's all good.
Tips
That's
on
what's happening. Hey, what do you prefer? You're doing writing and vocal producing, or coming out with your projects for yourself?
I mean, honestly, I love it all. Like, but for me, it got into the songwriting because, when I look at a lot of the R&B dudes today, and a lot of them, I love them. A lot of them I'm fans of. I love the music and love what they do. But for me, I was one of the first to, you know, to be an R&B dude with a mouthful of gold teeth. So it was like with dreads, and it was like, what is this? They were looking at me like they don't know what this is. They ain't never seen it before. Like, hold on.
Order.
When I would go into meetings and I play songs that I've written, and they listen to this music, and they were shopping me as an artist at the time. It was like, who's singing? Everybody was always confused. They were like, yo, we know he wrote the songs, because that's not nothing foreign to the industry, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes.
Right.
They're like, who's singing it?
Right.
And my manager would be like, he's singing it. They're like, hell no, no, he not singing it. Because I'm country, and then I'm singing it. Then I got my dreads, I got a mouthful of gold teeth. They're like, he looks like a rapper. But they didn't understand when you come to Jacksonville, that's what we look like. You know what I'm saying? That's authentically who we are. That's Jacksonville.
Right.
That's just what we are. So that was the thing for me. It was like they didn't really know how to market it. So I would go into these meetings and they was like, yo, we love you, but they kind of scared of you. They don't really know what to do with you. So, it may be best for you to kind of pen some records behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, to create a story for yourself, which is you are this great artist, but you may need something to help you push you in front. What like a lot of writers turn artists have done, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So many, so forth and so on, Babyface and, R. Kelly and so forth and so on, that was behind the scenes writing the hits, and then they got a chance to be in front of the camera. So I love being an artist because I love to be able to speak the way I want to speak when it comes to my music. And I'm like, say what I want to say on my music. But I also love to be behind the scenes and write songs for other people. You know what I'm saying? That may not necessarily be me. Even if I brought the story to life, I may not be the one to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to sing it, the vessel to use, you know what I'm saying, for the song. So this might be, I might write the song, but it might be better for a girl to sing this, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or this might be better for a pop song. This might be better as a rap hook, you know what I'm saying? So some of those things happen when I'm writing songs. So I'm not always the artist using the song, even if I wrote it. So for me, if I had a choice, of course, I'd rather do my own music, but I just love it all equally, to be honest. Like, I love doing it all, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't trade it for nothing. If I had a choice, it'd be this dope.
That's what's up. So, is this released? I see DistroKid is the distributor. So that means you're doing indie then, right?
Yeah. So, and I'm glad you mentioned that. For me, that was 2 years ago when I did that. So I was doing it on my own. So now I'm the CEO of my own label, which is Top Billing, and one of my closest friends, she's Frances Purdue. She is now my CEO, and she's coming in to help manage the label. So I decided that for me, it was better to be independent and to go independent. And I know a lot of times people rather get a label because the label is the big machine, but being independent, I now own my master. So I have creative control. I can put out the music that I want to put out. It ain't always got to be the first single. It ain't always got to be a smash. If the music feels good and it sounds good, you know what I'm saying? Like the movie James Brown says, musical, and that's my whole thing. So being independent, I'm able to be as musical as I want to be. I can go all the way left. I can stay in the middle. I can go all the way right. I can do whatever I want to do. So now I got my own label, which is Top Billing. And, when I did Situationship, it was just me wanting to get out there and say, I want to do my own music, but I ain't had a backing. I ain't had the resources. I ain't had the avenues. I ain't had the outlets. So now I'm having the ability to create the music that I want to create, put out the visuals that I want to put out, and now I'm creating those outlets to release that music. So yeah, so that was that's been my dream, and I think it's gonna be something crazy, something huge. So I think it's better to be independent, and DistroKid. Shout out to DistroKid and TuneCore that allow independent artists to release their music streaming. But I would tell anybody, if you can help yourself, it's better to stay independent and go independent. So yeah,
you're hearing that a lot too, man. You're hearing that a lot. A lot of these artists are coming with the remaster to take the song since the record labels own the masters. What they're doing is doing the remaster. So we're gonna remake it and remaster it, and now I have this copy.
Right.
You have that copy.
So
I have this, fool.
So so the crazy thing about that is I just had learned that last year was this is something, and it's so important that we understand it. So that's why I love Kanye's tweet, that he put out when he talked about, getting our masters back. Like, in this world of streaming, it's so vital that we own our art. It's so vital that we own our story. You know what I'm saying? Because right now we can't tour. We can't do different things. I was in Malaysia for a year. Now I'm back here. So I would have been overseas touring, but now I'm back here, which I'm happy to be home with my son and family. But at the same time, that's part of my revenue stream. So owning my masters, when I release a song off my, at the release of my label, I make money day one. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the beautiful part about being independent. That's the beautiful part about controlling and owning your masters. And the thing, as you said, if I want to take an old Whitney Houston song and redo it, the beautiful part about that is, again, it now becomes a new master. No, I won't get none of the publishing of the song because it's written by somebody, produced by somebody else. But because my vocals are on this new master, that streaming revenue will come to me. So that's the beautiful part about owning your masters and being able to understand the difference in remakes and, which is essentially the same thing, but remastering a whole another song, you know what I'm saying, by putting out a new copy of it, and now it becomes a new master. Right. And if you control that and you're not signed to a label and you're independent, then you go another revenue stream. That's why a lot of these kids, you know what I'm saying, young kids, I ain't old, but, some of the young kids been doing 19, 20, been doing these covers and putting out the music because somebody maybe around them telling them this is a whole new master. You can make money off of this because it's a whole new master. You know what I'm saying? So that's the smart part about it. So independent is the way. They're basically predicting over $1 billion in independent revenue for independent artists. So it's money out here to be made independently. You know what I'm saying? But if you have to go with the labels, I'm not knocking going with a label. So let me say that. I'm not mad if you decide to go with a label. If that fits your fancy, then go with that. But for me, I prefer to be independent so I can control my narrative and control my story right now in this part of my career.
Your own business,
right?
Instead of working for somebody else's business.
Absolutely.
I used to say, them contracts we used to have back in the day, man, be this freaking thick, and you read through all of this stuff, and it's just confusing, and you have to make it in simple terms and pay back. So I always tell people off the rip, to keep it simple, stupid, is I need a signing bonus. Nothing that you can recoup. I don't want that. You can do all that, but you're going to give my guy a signing bonus like they do in the NFL or whatever, and it's going to be based on this, on like a company with your projection is, because you're taking the time to do this, and you projecting sales, and you want to put all this in equations and all this stuff in my head and in my artist head. So we're just going to keep it simple. And
I think for me and what you're saying, it goes into leverage. Excuse me. Like you said, with an NFL contract, it's NBA contract. That rookie season is never ever the big season. You know what I'm saying? The big payoff season. But when they go out there and perform every night, night on night, then they get a team to the playoff that's never been to the playoff in 5, 6, 10 years. That next year, it's like, okay, this is what I want to get paid because you have leverage. As you said, I've done these things, so now I want to get this. That's the reason why I feel like going independent is the best route, because this is what I've done independently. So if I'm going to do a joint venture with you, with your label, with my label, this is what I'm expecting you to pay me, because this is what I can do by myself.
Right.
So if you want to come in and do business with me, then you want to, and I'm okay with a partnership. This is what I need for my partnership. I just need to have this amount of control, and I need this amount of money for the payoff, and I need to be able to own my publishing, own my masters, but you can get a piece of this, this, and this. And I think that's the beautiful part about being independent, is because it allows you to have leverage. Right. And if you go into a label like, I'm dope, I'm a superstar, I want to get on, and they're like, yeah, you are dope, you are a superstar, we're going to put you on, but we're going to put you on with this contract right here that says this that you don't know nothing about. Right. So again, being independent, if you can you know, uh, uh, you know, if that's something that you live with right now in your career, whether it be it in the beginning or you know, veteran or advanced, it's best to go independent and get the labels to come knocking on the door, rather you going to knock on that door, because it gives you more leverage to do more things and to get a bigger payoff in the end.
Exactly.
Shoot, man. It's good having you on here. We want to switch the game up a little bit, man. I always try and do this with we try and do this with the guests on here. We always seem to run over, but switch it up, man. I'm gonna say a word. He gonna say a word, and we want you to say the first thing that come to your mind. You know what I'm talking about?
All right.
It could be whatever. So I'm gonna start off with Megan, the Stallion. That's 3 words.
See, you already warned it, man. Well, you sound like my little test scores, JR.
Hold on.
Yep.
I can say 3 words. I meant this. I
You
would
said
say
a
it fast.
word.
You say it real
3.
fast.
That's low.
Make it a second.
Scores
You say it
of
once.
tests.
It's got 3 syllables. It's 1 word with 3
Low
syllables.
scores test you have.
Oh, whatever. What came to your mind?
Thick.
Yeah,
Bad.
thick and bad. I ain't mad at that either. But I think if you take that makeup off,
Beast.
Ratchet.
I bet her feet are crooked.
That's funny, huh? They wanna hurt me. I super
All right,
hate that.
Give him
shit.
another word. Give him a word.
Schmuck. Could you please help me with this schmuck?
What's the word? It cut
Schmuck.
out. What's the word?
The word is schmuck.
Sucker.
I never thought of that one.
Hey.
Yeah, offensive category.
Damn. Damn, he got right to it. Like,
It's
look,
a sucker.
Sucker. That's deep.
Kamala Harris. Kamala.
You can say that same answer again.
Schmuck.
No, sucker.
Man, no.
You gotta say it.
Drop the axe down on the back of her neck.
It is what it is, man. You gotta say it. It's the
no
climate.
comment.
Drop the axe
What'd he say?
down on the back of her neck like a
Did he say
turkey
no
for
comment again?
Thanksgiving. That's
No,
right.
yeah, no comment. No
You
comment.
sick of
No
your
comment.
shit, man.
Oh my gosh.
Because guess what? That's 2 words again. You still haven't got the game right.
He wouldn't. If I just said Camilla, he wouldn't know. It might have been some hoe around the corner. No, I
Hey,
can't say that.
still.
Might have been some lady around the corner. Anyway, damn, your turn. You can't do that, man. Is she backing your album or something?
No, I mean, you know, I try to, you know what? For me, I like to stay away from the politics, anything related. I like to just focus on the music.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Okay.
How about?
Okay. Yeah, go with him. Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see, music, huh?
Okay, music. All right.
Boosie.
Legend.
Prince.
Legend. Most infamous. Greatest of all time. GOAT. I'm going to say GOAT.
Hold on now.
GOAT.
What?
GOAT.
You putting that over MJ?
Yeah.
GOAT.
That what you sitting here doing?
Over MJ?
GOAT.
He kept. That's
Said
what he
it
said.
again, man.
That's what he said. That's a big question though. Our DJs,
not.
man, our DJs go hard up here.
It's no
and every year they have a battle between Michael Jackson
not
and Prince.
touching Michael Jackson.
It's a very touchy situation up here. The DJs go ham up here.
No
Okay,
question.
so
Yeah, I think Mike
But
dropped just
I
did
do
one.
respect the answer. I mean, I know a lot of people that has that same exact answer.
okay, you know what? So, see, the conversation of Prince and Mike is the same conversation as MJ and LeBron.
No, MJ and Kobe. LeBron's not in it.
See, I can't.
See what I'm saying?
See, me and him ain't got nothing else to talk about. We ain't got nothing else to talk about.
Hey, damn, man. Tat, tat, tat. Tat, tat, tat,
We
tat.
ain't got nothing to talk about. We ain't got nothing to talk about.
So you a LeBron fan over a MJ fan?
No.
Absolutely. GOAT.
LeBron over
Goat.
MJ.
GOAT.
We will
Goat.
not have anything else to talk about.
Townsville,
You done lost, man.
You losing it,
What
man.
the hell?
What's
Hit
wrong?
the button, man.
What is wrong? Yeah.
But
Give us some sound effects or something.
But
Help me with this schmuck.
But-
Please help me.
but see, but
Can you please help me with this schmuck?
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, I love you, man, but we need some more
Over
audio.
MJ.
You over here tripping.
Listen, he not
but
over.
this is
He not over MJ or Kobe.
Mm.
Let's let it be known right now.
over MJ or Kobe.
Or Kobe.
Neither one of them.
All right.
I have to agree.
Damn. What? Because first of all, those is exact clones. So if you ain't over one,
Exactly. So
you ain't over the other.
Kobe can never be in the conversation
Mhm.
of the GOAT. Now Kobe was a beast, undoubtedly top. He part of the top 5.
Top
But-
2.
Let me see. MJ and Pippen in the finals. MJ got the MVP. LeBron and anybody in the finals, he's going this year. So he's gonna get the MVP over AD. Kobe and Shaq
I
in
don't
the
think
finals.
he is.
You don't think he's what?
Gonna get the MVP over
No,
AD.
I don't think so either. And I'm a Lakers fan, so I am
a Laker.
I really wasn't cool on LeBron being a Laker, and I think
Yeah,
I think this playoff has been a cakewalk for him. It was given to him because of the season.
Cake.
I wanted to work for it. There's some
cake.
teams that, and I'm a Lakers fan. I'm not a LeBron's fan. I was really upset.
He didn't work for it.
What?
He didn't work for it.
No.
I mean, man, I
That's
ain't
my
gonna say he
team.
don't work
No,
for it, but
Y'all
Still a
got
schmuck.
y'all got to cut that out. Y'all got to cut that out, man.
I'm not
Y'all
cutting
gotta
that
cut
out,
that
man.
out,
I'm
man.
a
Y'all gotta
Lakers
cut
fan.
that out.
This
I'm
is
not
what
a
I will
LeBron
say though.
fan.
LeBron is
LeBron,
great.
He cold.
I ain't gonna stop. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna sit here and play these type of games. He is phenomenal. He's all of that. In lots of ways, he's better than them guys. But the one category that matters the most, he don't got, and it automatically drops him significantly on the list.
And what he is?
And that is killer instinct and heart on the court.
Exactly.
He doesn't have it.
He
He's
doesn't
proven
have
it
the
over
killer
and over
instinct.
again.
He doesn't.
JR
have
All right,
don't even, he's just a schmuck.
So here's the thing with that, right? They did a statistic that said
See,
LeBron had
that's
more
the thing, though.
Buzzer
Statistics
beater
don't matter all the time.
shots to win the game over MJ.
He had what? More shots.
I mean, more, but here's the biggest thing for me though, right?
LeBron done passed that ball up more than anybody in the fourth quarter. I can tell you that.
I mean, because he's a great player.
you know
That's
you
why.
gonna say that.
But here's the thing:
Great players
made his-
put it on their shoulder.
he's the
in
only
end.
player in history to go from a 1-3 to win a finals. He did that.
Yeah, that's the year
Now-
they cheated, right? When they suspended Draymond for something that
Oh,
LeBron
so
did to
so
him.
Game 5 was the
Yeah,
Game 5 was
they
the
cheated
turning-
them.
okay.
Yeah, they cheated them. They took the whole
what happened
momentum. We know about
I
that
feel
cheating
So
year.
what
We
happened-
remember
what
that
happened
year.
Game 6 and 7? I feel
And
you,
what
but
happened
Game
after
6
that?
and 7?
Smut.
They lost. Yeah.
Smut. Back to the smut tape is what happened. Am I correct?
Correct.
I
You
feel
know?
it.
Oh,
I
I'm
feel
so
it.
see.
Anyway, yeah, we gonna leave that one alone. We'll go to another word, man.
Over
I was thinking about
Do you know how quick them LeBrons gonna fade to black when he get out of hoop? Nobody ain't gonna be in no
that's
lines
why I came
for
to
that
LA,
shit.
man. I'm
No one will never be in long lines for LeBron James sneakers. I said it here first. He can
Thank
die
you.
today from a sniper's bullet, and his shit still wouldn't go viral.
wow. Anyway, man,
I
Outcast.
got no comment. I got no
Outcast,
comment.
new word, Outcast. over here.
Got no comment on that one. I ain't got no comment on that one.
No, Outcast. Damn. You must got some industry.
No,
Tell us about an industry party you've been
no,
to.
man.
Come on. You got to give us something, man. Everybody on these podcasts
3,000.
giving out
Andre.
the drink champs. Every celebrity got a damn podcast, and every celebrity want to tell a story, this, that, and the third. So you got something. Tell us something. No comment.
I mean, and I say this. In my 15 years in this business, I done seen some of everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At any given moment, you can walk in and see. Ain't no telling what you can see. You know what I'm saying? You in it.
Yeah, he didn't want to
No,
tell
that's
us.
right.
He didn't want to tell us. He
So
was like,
weird.
he had something
Or
flash
just
like
some-
that. You
just
not able to
some-
see
You know what I'm
anything.
saying?
Or
You
just
can
some
see anything.
spontaneous
So
shit.
I mean, I just feel like it's people's lives. You know what I mean? They just everybody living, man. That's all I got right now. Like you can see anything. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying?
Anything.
Everybody living.
What's
Everybody
one of the
just-
craziest
everybody
things
living.
you ever walked in by accident on?
Yes, you know you can't.
Come on,
come
man.
on,
Yeah,
man. You ain't
come
got to
on,
say
man.
no names. But damn it,
Sharif.
man. Damn it, cuz.
Yo,
Come on,
Yo.
Sharif.
You ain't got to say no names, man. Just tell us something crazy that happened. Like, you couldn't
Like
believe
leave
it.
at the corner like, damn it. Oh,
Damn it, man.
Bitch, I can't
What is
unsee
that?
that. I can't unsee that
I
shit.
know you got one of them.
yo. Let me see.
He's so political correct, ain't he?
No, man. He just-
You know what I'm saying? Nothing I can think of off the top. Nothing I can think off the top of my head. I know I was at a party one time. It was a Grammy party.
This shit
And
was
it was crazy. It was a crazy. I remember it being like a wasn't a hotel, but it was like a. Damn, I can't even explain what it was, but it looked like a hotel. But while in there, it got these rooms. It just, you know what I'm saying? You just got these rooms, just, rooms. So you go open the door and it's a whole nother, so we walk in the door, it's a whole nother party going on. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole nother party going on. It's a whole other party going on. So you open the door, it's a whole nother party going on. So we walking, so, a big head is basically taking me around, introducing me to everybody. Like, this is my guy. This is my guy. This is Atozzio. This is my guy. This is who you need to know. This is my guy. He said, all right, cool, we're going to go. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just going, it's kicking it. And, you just see anything. It's like it's the bathroom. And it was just, it's just in the bathroom. Just.
This shit going on. Basically, it's just shit going on. And he got weak.
He didn't flash back like
He said,
in that
man,
room,
I'm just trying
I had
to
to
tell
close
you
the
shit
door in that room
going
right there.
on.
Open the door and god dang.
But everybody just having a good time, man. Everybody's having a good time, man. So, everybody just living life, man. You go to these parties, man. Everybody just living life, man. You know what I'm saying? And to each his own as they life, they got,
The
whatever.
Illuminati
Like,
sex slaves, man.
Yeah.
We know what's going on,
He's
man.
not gonna say that, man.
I am.
Yeah.
You are, but he's not gonna say that. He's politically
That's
correct.
right. I don't want him to have to say it.
Yeah, he don't have to say it because he's politically correct. Everybody is
I'm
just
here to
living.
help. I'll
So that's
say
the
it.
new thing. This the new thing. When somebody asks about that, we gonna use the words of Atozzio. Hope they can get that out. Everybody just living.
He said there's a lot going on in these bathrooms, Jack.
Mm-hmm.
The rooms, little
Well, I ain't gonna hold you, man.
showroom rooms. You open the curtain, there'll be somebody in there getting beat
Man,
by
I
a
ain't
monkey.
saying all that. I'm just saying everybody having a good time. Everybody living life, man.
Yeah.
Motherfucker doing a
He
little
still
blow.
He didn't give us nothing. Nothing. He gave us nothing.
He signed it, man. He under oath, man.
He under oath. He didn't sign the contract.
He under
cannot
oath. Nah,
disclose.
he independent. He ain't under oath.
Right.
Man.
You that's right. You independent now. I forgot. You can tear that up, man.
Oh man, give us something, man.
You
Damn,
give us something, man. You
What's that,
indie now. You
That's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I
that's
got.
some bullshit.
That's all I got.
Wait till I see you,
You know
man.
what I mean?
Wait till we
But
come
Hey,
down
here's the
there.
thing, though.
I
I say
respect
this. I
it
say
though,
this.
man. You don't
I say
supposed to
this.
see. That's like having that
I
men's group.
I
People
say this.
going around
I
telling the
say this.
goddamn business.
Listen, I say this. When you know, when the bag get bigger and you know what I'm saying, the success come behind everything that I'm pushing right now. We'll go out to, we go out to one of these parties, man, and I let y'all see for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I've
I
been to a
need
couple
to
of
be
them. So you ain't
heads
got to
up.
tell me. I've been to a couple of them, especially when they go down to the Derby. And I've been to a couple of them. And you're right. And in Indy. That's where I met Ross. I met a lot of people at these industry parties, right? And it is exactly what you said. As far as each
I
room,
ain't saying
it's a
that.
different. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and finish. Because what I saw was off the chain. You know what I'm saying? One room was partying. One
So-
room had another DJ. You got DJ
So why
over
you
here.
keep asking him and you ain't told us what you saw?
I seen a whole lot of freaky stuff in one room. One room was partying and drinking. Another room was old school. Another room would close the door, and I don't want to talk about it. And I'm on your page right there. But Atozzio, thank you for coming.
Why you don't want to talk about it? Did you open the door and they snatched your shirt, yanked you?
Oh, hell no.
Did that happen?
No, I had to go back downstairs and find Monica like, no, let's get the hell out of here.
Hey,
It's
this
time to
Muddy
go.
Grizz, man. What the
This ain't for
fuck?
us. This right here ain't for us.
They don't got you, man.
Hey, man, I enjoy having you on the show today, man. People got a little bit of enlightenment about you and what you got going on. So shout out where everybody can find you and find your music at, man. And let them know.
Definitely hit me on Instagram at Atozzio. That's Atozzio. You can do the same thing for Facebook, Atozzio. On my Twitter, same thing, you know. And if you're looking for some of my music, you can go on YouTube, Apple Music, Spotify. Look for my new album is dropping next year. Right now it's self-entitled. Well, not self-entitled, but the working title is going right now is Therapy.
You got
And
any
we got some new
features?
music dropping real soon.
You having any features?
Nah, no features. This is all me. This ain't nothing but music. You know what I'm saying? It got that old school nostalgic feel to it with some new school bop to it.
Okay.
So
Definitely.
it's that it's that it got that Mike feel, got that Prince feel, it got that Stevie on it, it got that Marvin on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And we had a little bop to it. So definitely look for that. That's on the way.
All right. Again, man, give a round of applause for Atozzio Towns, man. That's my peoples. Appreciate you. Glad you did this, man. You know what I'm talking about? Share it with everybody. Let everybody know. All my Jacksonville family. You know what I'm talking about? Share, like, share. But anyway, man, appreciate you. Love you, man. And we're going to let you get on up out of here. We're going to talk
y'all
about some
boys
stuff.
be good.
All right,
Yeah,
sir.
man. It's nice having you on. Play out.
That's what's
I'm
up.
sending you a Bengal jersey through the mail.
Right. So, we back at it now, man. What was you showing me, man? About 3 people got killed today?
Yeah, they found them down in Avondale.
See, this stuff is getting out
And
of hand,
one of them
man.
was another female, too.
Right, I saw that. Today at lunch, right?
She young.
I was at Just Qing. Thank you very much, Just Qing. I like that barbecue.
I had some just cooking.
And ran into a lady running for judge over here called, what's her name? Nicole Sanders. I think that's it. And was talking, man, and Cincinnati has a chance to flip the whole script as far as judges, as far as prosecutors, as far as everything that we've been accustomed to in one vote. And I asked her, I was really not trying to be funny, but I was saying, you know, like, Democrats and Republicans are the same to me. They work for the same God. They work for the same people. And she was like, well, when we get in, and she was referring to, I can't say his name, Mr. Rucker. We're going to say this, Mr. Rucker, because I be saying his name wrong. Fanon. But with these judges coming in that there won't be harsh sentencing, over sentencing in Cincinnati, bias sentencing in Cincinnati, and it could happen in one day, November 3rd. That's my birthday, by the way. It could happen that night. A complete turnaround on the system. And she also she's a child support judge. And as much as she tried to convince me that it's for the babies, I still think, and they overdoing it with their child support, and I understand that there's some deadbeats, but it's a lot of spiteful people on both ends, mothers and fathers, causing a lot of friction. And she made it very clear to me that they don't discriminate. There's white men and black men, Mexican men, all of them. And I'm like, that sounds like child support against men. Everything against men. Men. And we getting it double. Men. That's what it sounds like. And I'm not taking away from the mamas who have to do everything because of stupid, idiotic fathers. But there is stupid, idiotic mothers too that play this game. You know, so
It's crazy, man.
the point they was trying to make, she was trying to make, was getting out and changing what's going on in the city, and we need that, man. We need new prosecutors, new judges. I know y'all getting sick of going down there and getting a book thrown at you over something minute, and the person behind you ain't getting the book thrown at them. I know y'all sick of it. You gotta be. But I don't know. This Cincinnati though, so I don't know. What's your take over there, man? What are you doing?
That's crazy, man.
What?
They found these 3 people shot to death.
Where was they shot at?
In Avondale.
Man, it's always in Avondale. I'm in Avondale every day. They need to chill out.
And the children found them. Children found the bodies. 2 men, 31-year-old, 27-year-old, and a woman was 30.
How old was the children that found them?
They ain't say, but they've been placed in the Child Protective Services.
It's crazy, man. We got to do better, man. But there's some people that you just can't save, man, that will never be able to convince to change their ways or do better. And I think it's just a ghetto mentality, man. And social media that made it really, 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 really worse. So I do believe that is a section of people that are just always going to be the same way and don't want no type of change and always find fault with stuff. I put up a post about Cardi B in the song, and oh my gosh, your kids shouldn't be. Look, fool, my kid don't listen to it, or I'm not gonna say they don't listen to it, but you have to have some type of moral compass. You have to have that. You have to lay it down whether they do it or not. You as the parent have to do that, and you have to realize when I made that post, that a lot of people don't have that. So what do you do for the kids that don't have that guidance to say, hey, don't listen to that. Don't listen to this. That ain't that. It falls back on the artist and what you're trying to portray. It's a change that need to be made up top and not just females and WAP, because you're right. We've listened to a whole lot of raunchy stuff back in the day and still today. So I understand that, but it's something that you got to do as a parent, as somebody, adult, kid next to you, don't have that. You have to act like these kids is your kids. And I'm not saying that literally, but if you see a kid about to go the wrong way, you're supposed to turn that kid around like, hey, man, you don't want to go that way. You go this way because you're going to get hit by a car if you go that way. And if they don't listen, they don't listen. But that's your moral compass that you done your part. And a lot of people don't understand that, man. Everybody want to nitpick and all this other stuff. But I don't know. That's just me. What you think?
Yeah, it's just everybody out here is delusional. They're completely programmed now. Every day the programming is strong. The
And that is-
music and all that, they think they just innocently looking at some music. But all the music has trended over to everybody tough, everybody high as hell, everybody gay as hell. It's weird. And that's all they got to look at.
Now,
The
you
baby
said it-
shows, every single show on TV now has fused in something homosexual in it.
Every show.
Every single show.
I was watching.
Down to the kids, everything. Every
Right.
show.
You right. I was watching one show, and I watched with my wife, and I
Man,
said,
what-
"Oh, I thought the girls were about to kiss." She was like, "No, they sisters." I was like, "I don't know." The way they had her looking at her sister, and the way stuff come on TV now, it's just what it is. It's funny that you said that, but you said something early today that the girls are hard and the guys are soft.
Mhm.
The girls come out hard, and the guys are coming out soft.
R&B thugs, man.
Wow, that's what's up.
R&B thugs, man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
See, the girls is what? Savages.
yeah, they all savages. I can't wait for Tory Lanez to come on now. But hey, y'all need to check out the other shows we got on here. Table Talk come on at Saturdays at 1, and then
Pound for
followed by
Pound.
Pound for Pound, MMA fighting, up and coming fighters. We got a lot jumping off over here, so we fine tuning and tweaking and doing what we doing. But you can check us all out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Yes, sir, all of it. So I want to give a good shout out to everybody. But I think that's about it for today. What you got? You got anything else? Sure. Well, on that note, man, like we
Work
always,
tonight.
huh?
I got to be awake.
Oh yeah, me too. But anyway, we gonna leave y'all as we always do, y'all. Don't be stuck on stupid and relaxed on dumb.
This your boy Grizz,
And I'm your main man, Greenback.
and this is the GRIZZBY is My 2 Cents Show, powered by.
She can hear me on my FaceTime. She keep telling me that she wanna see me. She keep on asking me how long I'm in town. She wanna slide through whenever she get free. I know what that mean. Her last post on IG was one of them memes talking about shit. Love, but it's complicated. Yeah, but I don't need conversation. No, she tied to her obligation. And long story shorty, a nigga she stay with. Yeah, and she on the fence, constantly fighting about who pay the rent. On top of the bitches that she dealing with, and she sick and tired of going through that shit. Situation. She's stuck in a situation. She's stuck in a situation. She's stuck in a situation. She telling me she not happy. She telling me she not mad.